Hey everybody, welcome.
Hey,
We're back. We're
welcome
here.
back. We're
We are
here. We're alive.
here.
We are alive.
Oh my
Welcome back on
gosh.
another Monday.
Oh my gosh.
On
Yes,
another
Razvan,
Monday.
53 episodes. We've
I
rolled into the
know.
new year.
I know, man. It's been it's been a it's been a dramatic 53 episodes.
Heck yeah.
So much has happened. If you kind of think about it, we got COVID, we got moving, we got you got new businesses starting. It's been a ride.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's
ride,
been
and
a
all you
crazy
guys
wild
have been
ride.
here with us.
And I'm excited everything's open again because I think we're finally, and something I've been like really talking to the producer about, and Mark and I have talked about this too, is trying to get that food content going.
That's right. Hey,
So
and we are taking a huge step back to normality. It's a big win for the normal people out there,
I
and
know.
we're gonna get to that. I mean, we've been pounding the table on this for what feels like 2 years now, at least for a
Almost
whole
three.
solid
Almost
year.
three.
For a solid 53 episodes, out of that 53, there's probably like 48 that were like, it's gonna get better. We're gonna be able to travel. We gotta be positive. It's gonna happen. And
Mm.
it's now like happening.
But now I think it's
Who
a
would
good
have
time to do
thought?
the content for like things opening because, well,
Hmm.
Kyle, I don't want to jump the gun on the topics. We might want to move that up forward, like in the
Yeah,
front.
we can go backwards on it.
Yeah, we just go, but we'll skip the number
I think
three.
everybody's hyped to
We'll
talk
skip
about
the
the
number three
Typhoons.
right now because you know
Yeah,
what? The rules. There's no rules. There are no
there's no rules.
rules.
They're just these are suggestions.
Yeah,
But
mere suggestions.
before we do that,
Yes.
what are you drinking, Mr. Higgs? Diet size beer?
Water
Hey.
or
So
vodka
what brand of water is this?
or
What brand of
vodka.
water is
It's
this?
actually Pentair brand, which is the
Oh
brand of the water
wow.
filter I have in the other room, which surprisingly enough, fun fact, was the first company I ever worked for in IT.
Oh
In my
wow.
early 20s, yeah, the first company I worked for was actually Pentair in the States, not their water filter division. That was actually based up.
Is it the like the logo with the hummingbird?
No. Their
Is
logo
that
has
the
a whole
one?
bunch of triangles.
Oh, okay. What's
So
the one with the hummingbird?
I don't know what that one is.
I think it's like a rival company.
It might be. Yeah, Pentair, they owned they were kind of a holding company, but they did
Hmm.
water pumps, like pool pumps, things like that, and water filters. They were known for
Makes
like
sense.
water filtration and pool systems. And that wasn't the division I worked for. I worked for a division that owned a pressure washer. So they
Hmm.
did all the pressure washers for a bunch of different brands, including like Black& Decker and DeWalt and a bunch of majors. Basically, we had compressors and pressure washers made at the factory I worked at. And
Nice.
so, like, one half of the factory is all compressors, the other half was all pressure washers, and they were making them, assembling them as pretty much any brand you saw at like Home Depot, Lowe's, all that. They all were coming out of the same assembly lines, just getting painted different colors, slapped on with different labels, whatever motor they wanted. Sometimes they got a Honda motor. If they didn't want to go high end, they got a cheaper motor, or got a Briggs and Stratton. So, like, whatever they
Right.
spec'd, we'd build out for them. We had a couple own lines. Like we had our own, like Excel was our pressure washer brand that we had in house. And anyway, yeah, that was my first IT job. It was like 100 people in the office, and then we got bought out by Porter Cable Power Tools, and then Porter Cable was bought out by Black& Decker, and then Black&
Hmm.
Decker sold to China. So
Of course.
yeah, fun
That's
story.
the natural.
But long story
Yes.
short is I got like the water filter that came with the apartment. It was like the system. I looked and I was like, oh, it's Pentair. Ha, funny. That's who I used to work for years ago.
Yeah, I know how this works. If we could filter a pool, we can filter your drinking water.
Yeah, it's like I am kind of familiar with this company. So,
Yes. So you're drinking normal water, and I'm drinking fizzy water
all right,
today.
there we go. Limonola.
Yes, this is
Limola. Is that Limola?
yeah.
Limola.
Limola.
Since
Yes,
18
lemon and lime.
Since 1834, Limola.
Yes, that's right.
So toast it with heavier alcohol. Restrictions are lifting. Shouldn't you toast it with heavier alcohol? We're trying to be good.
No.
I'm down. Okay, I'll tell you this. I'll slide into the straight Johns. I'm down about a kilo now. So I'm about 2.2-ish pounds down from my starting weight 3 weeks ago.
Ooh, this is good.
Yeah, dude, I love that stuff. We have a couple of their stuff here they'll occasionally import. They're so good. I can't wait. I can't wait to come see you here in like a month and a half.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm down about a kilo now. I've been up in my
Good
cardio.
job. Way to go. Way to go. Way to
Yeah,
go.
I'm doing
Proud of you.
3 to 4 times a week weights and 2x a week cardio. So Wednesdays I do this like jump rope, like 35-minute hit jump rope program that just
Right.
I'm dead. I can't I'm finally built my calves up after 3 weeks now where I can actually walk the next day.
Mhm.
and not look like I'm literally falling over.
Nice,
And
nice.
then
Well
on
played.
Friday, so that Friday I do kickboxing class, which it just, and I've told you this before, like it's
Mhm,
so much of a butt kicker that like my
mhm.
clothes, the towel I bring, everything has like just smells like ammonia
Oh yeah, I
when
get
you're
that.
done. Like
I
when
know
you've
what
worked
that
out
feels like.
so hard,
I
like
know what
from
that feels
football,
like.
right? Like you work out
Hmm.
so hard that your stuff just like everything smells like ammonia. It doesn't even smell like sweat anymore. It goes pure ammonia. And
Mm, yes. Oh,
you're
you know,
burning. You're
you
burning
know,
then. You're like,
something is burning.
it's everything's burning.
Yes,
Actually, I think
yes.
that's protein burning is like
Yeah,
what gives
exactly.
is what gives you the ammonia. I was like,
That's right.
sheesh.
Yeah. So I'm down a kilo too. So I weighed
Awesome.
in last week. So I was 93 down to 92.
Cool.
So I had, look, it was a friend of mine's birthday over the weekend. So we had some drinks.
Yep.
We had some drinks, but balance it out. There was no carbs taken in. I had like 2 beers, 3 beers, and everything else was just liquor. And we ate a lot of meat, so it was just all meat all day.
All meat.
The whole yeah, it was all meat.
Like
It
over
was like
protein dose.
oh yeah, it got to the point where I got home and I was like, man, I need to go get a bento. I need like a little bit of rice. I
Dude, you'll
just
start
balance.
getting, if you don't do the
Yeah, I gotta
carbs, you'll
balance
start
it
getting
out.
like brain
Yeah,
fog. You'll get like really confused. You'll get
that's
kind
right.
of like on the days of I've done like super high protein, low carbs. I'm like, sometimes I'm just like I'll be mid sentence and I'll like, what
Focus,
was I talking
focus.
about? Like I totally
Yeah.
lose thoughts. It's like, it's a real deal. But,
Yeah, and that's why these bodybuilders don't do it more than 8 weeks. When they're leading up to competition, and
mhm,
afterwards you see them like just donut frenzy, just
yeah.
whatever they can get their hands on.
I tell you, a great
Yeah.
thing about that, Christian Guzman was documenting his hardcore weight loss on a vlog earlier this year. He came back to doing daily vlogs, and they're super long, man. They're like 30 minutes a day for like the whole way up leading to his competition. And he was documenting, like, seriously, everything he ate, like, weighed it out, showed you all of his food all day long and how he felt. He's like, man, I'm miserable. Like, he's just like, these guys torture
Yes,
themselves.
dude. No one likes it. No one likes it.
Yeah.
Freedom, Joel. Yes, I love spicy. I
Oh,
love spicy
spicy's so
snacks.
good. So.
Love it, love it, love all of it. Anyways, so with that said, now we got our updates out of the
Yep.
way.
By the way, wait, check
We're
in for me. I started at 83 and a half, and now I'm 82 and a half. So that's the weight.
awesome.
Because you said you're
Yeah.
93 to 92.
I'm
83 and a half.
93. I'm 92 now, so I'm gonna weigh in again tomorrow. I couldn't do my cardio today because my leg got smoked
Yeah, you're
on
telling me a
Sunday.
story. Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
you had a little
Look, man,
airsoft injury there.
steel pipe, my right leg, the steel pipe won.
Yeah,
Okay,
steel pipe
The-
versus right leg.
the
Who will win?
steel pipe is undefeated.
Steely
So
boy takes it.
yeah,
One
that's right. He
undefeated, one
took
to
it.
zero.
He took it. Just like my Bengals, they took it. They
Oh,
finally got that W.
finally,
Finally.
gotta love the
Finally. But
underdogs, man.
we'll just keep it at that because they played the producers team. So
Oh,
yeah.
don't.
So yeah, we're gonna move off of
Yeah,
that
just gonna
topic
move
real
on
quick.
down. And now we'll move into a positive topic.
Yes, we
The-
are open for business. Japan is back, baby.
So is Taiwan. So
Yes.
finally, I think everybody in like this little corner of the world finally got their
Mhm.
collective heads out of their collective pigus. And
Yes.
for those who speak Mandarin, you know what I'm talking about.
You know it.
Then and now things are open. So Japan, I think we're October 13th.
Yeah, and
I
we're
think
11.
11th. They've done the reciprocity, so Japan's now on the go list. And Japan's open.
That's
You're cool
right.
for here. We're cool for there.
That's right.
No visa needed for
You
either
know
or.
it.
In fact, they've opened here for like Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, and somebody else. It's game
Mhm.
on, baby. And when you land, all you have to do is have like proof of vaccination, or you have to have like a test 72 hours ahead of time, your choice. And then I think you do like they don't even do the test when you land anymore. They're doing like just here's a home kit, take it, and you can go out. Like no quarantine.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
go. Just
Gaussen Kinetics. Book tickets to Japan within 15 minutes of hearing the
Yeah,
opening.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Our economy thanks you, sir.
Dude, Japan needs it, man. The yen hit 145 to the US
Bro.
dollar, and
Bro.
I know like the Japanese like, bro, like your
Bro.
reserve kicked in. Your reserve's like, yo, time out, TDFO. We
Yeah.
gotta fix this.
Yeah, bro. Look, for everybody coming in, it's gonna be heaven.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be so ridiculously cheap.
Oh, dude, I'm ready.
So
I'm ready to stimulate that economy.
yeah, man,
I'm going to
stimulate
stimulate.
some stuff when y'all hear it, but
I'm going to
just
be stimulating the
responsibly.
heck.
Stimulate responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, like so. Here's the kicker today. Like the other day, last week when the news came out, and it was so funny. The moment Japan dropped the news, I think like a day or two later, Hong Kong decided, oh, you know what? We're changing our quarantine rules. 0 + 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it turns out everybody was just waiting for Japan the whole time.
Well, they don't want to be the
Oh,
last one on the like. No, everybody's like, well, if they're gonna do it, we're gonna like, because Japan's like the kids. Arguably, Japan and Taiwan both are probably the most cautious countries when it
yeah,
comes to like quarantine and things. I think it goes back to like the SARS days and all that.
yeah.
But
Well, we also have a very old population here too, so
yeah.
fair
Oh,
enough.
here too. Like we're like right behind. Like you guys are number one in the I think the most aging population, and I think Taiwan's like in the top five. It's in Korea's there, South Korea, and a couple others, but I think
Yeah,
Taiwan's up there. I mean, there's a
it's
lot of people at risk.
Korea beat itself in the lowest fertility rate.
Oh my god!
Just the news came out. It's like South Korea beat itself.
Wow.
I was like, wow, that's not a record you want to
It's
keep.
not. Well, dude, it's so like the inflation, and everything. It's just so expensive. If you want to have kids,
Yeah, right
like
now
it's
it's not the right
just
time. But anyways, good thing is, hey, the country's opened back up on the 11th. I was talking to some of my other friends here that are foreigners, and there I was asking, we're just kind of having a chit chat. Oh, you ready for the hordes to come back? I'm like, oh, I'm so ready. And it's like, oh yeah, oh, we're not gonna be special anymore. I mean, even it's just a joke, we're not gonna be special anymore. I said, oh, that's fine. I want them to come back. So that the Hunger Games meme where the three of them just looking down on the peasants of, oh
yeah.
yeah, I'm totally gonna have the smug look of superiority. Oh, see, I live here.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna
I'll be
lie,
like,
and I know Stu can slide in
please,
on this one.
please,
Stu in
I
chat.
live here.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way too. I'm like looking around. I'm starting to see foreigners already show up because we opened up for the states. We opened up on the 12th or 13th, but we already opened up like if you want to do like a 3+4.
Mhm.
So like I've been seeing a bunch of like foreigners show up like more and more in my neighborhood. Like I said, I'm in the entertainment district, so a lot of the foreigners come here. And I'm seeing more and more like walk around. I'm like, oh, okay, there's like a lot of Western faces showing up. And I'm just kind of like looking
Mm.
down and again, this is how my smug look. Like everybody's like showing up like, oh, there you can see like oh, wow, it's so neat. And I'm over here literally walking through here because like sometimes I'll walk the producer to the subway when if she's
Yeah.
heading home. And you walk through the entertainment district to get there. And like I'll literally be like Taiwanese style, like a pair of just shorts, just like whatever t-shirt on, flip flops, like
Yes,
slide, like
that is the way.
the slide,
The
like
slides, yeah.
I'm like 100% local, like in the way I dress, walking through, and they're all like wearing their Western clothes and just running around. I'm just like, whatever,
Yeah, that's
smugly,
right.
smugly,
This is
like, yeah, I've been here 5
my
years.
smug look of superiority.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been here
been
since
here
April.
5 years. Plebes,
Yeah.
no. Jokes aside, we're really not that bad.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
we're a little bit. Without every joke has a little bit of truth, right?
Yes.
But
I
Stu
mean,
knows
look,
what I'm talking about.
it's good fun.
It
It's good
is.
fun
It
to
is good
poke
fun.
fun of the tourists. I mean, even when I was in Hong Kong, I did the same thing. It's always, hey man, so where did you travel in from? Travel in, dude. I live down the road.
Yeah. Oh, Galsing Kinetics,
Yeah.
good point. Most of the tourists, and that's like when I was there last, the swarms of Chinese tourists,
Yes.
mainland Chinese tourists are like, just like, they're in packs. They literally travel in like these big tourist packs.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
The tour
they
group
go
packs.
and they hit all the drugstores, they hit all the supermarkets, they hit all like just the shopping stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I think what
Your
you're gonna
economy's
see
going
in
to need
this,
that though, man.
yeah. But I think right now, with how cheap the yen is, I think a lot of people who are coming back, just seeing how cheap it is, we're gonna see a big influx. So I
Yeah.
think, at least up until next year, we're gonna be all right. I think like we're gonna see it come back up a little bit, probably in a perfect world, 130, something like
I'd
that.
love to actually, I mean, as much as I'd love to keep you like, oh, please stay at 144 against the USD and against the Taiwan dollar, it's like it's a really good rate. I'd love to see you guys bounce back by the time I'm there in early November. So, but I'll be there for
Yeah,
11 days.
good.
I'm staying the full
Good.
run. Coming in the 3rd, leaving the 14th.
Hmm.
It's gonna be a long one, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Oh, you're gonna come in at the same time as supposedly some fresh faces
yes,
on that same day.
yeah, fresh
Oh, then
face.
are you gonna go do the tour or the
Nah, nah,
thing?
nah. I won't do the tour thing. I'll just chill and
Do
prep.
something yourself?
I'll just prep. Like, just probably just dump me at the hotel. I'll
Mm,
just prep.
okay. All right.
Wait for
I get it.
food. I don't know.
Wait for food. All right. See, Ryan and I, we got to do we got to
You
do the
gotta.
labor
I've been told.
intensive
Yeah, I've been told you guys are in charge of like fresh meat.
shuttle service. Yes.
Yeah, you're in charge of
Yes.
fresh meat.
Ryan is the pretty face that holds the sign, and I hold the bags.
Yeah. So I'll. I think I land noonish, noonish or 2ish that day.
Right.
I'm flying straight from. I think I'm flying out of Songshan here in Taipei, straight into Narita. So it'll be pretty.
Oh, easy peasy.
Yeah, super. It's like close because we're in Chiba. So I was thinking it was just like whatever. I can just take a train, man, because the train literally rolls from Narita and gets off right in front of the hotel. So you guys don't even have to bother to get me if you don't want to. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done it before. I know where I'm going. So
Yeah. Look, man, Masaki was on the phone with so many people today.
oh, I
and
know. We
because I
talked for
think
like
he
an
was
hour.
I think we were talking, like he was talking to a lot of people, like just our first contacts was you, and I think some other people that we've known for quite some time. And then like his constant friends, oh, don't worry, I'm not worried about you at all. I'm just letting you know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned. I do not care. You know?
Yep. Oh, Ho Chi Young, I need to bring. Oh, legit. You are so freaking right. I'm gonna, because that's pre-bottled stuff. I'm bringing the bitter tea. Oh, you
man,
are.
the bitter tea challenge. You gotta bring it for all the guests.
Hey,
Oh, we gotta get
producer,
Nomura-san to
if you're
drink bitter
watching the
tea.
show, producer, if you're watching the show, remember this. Like for real, the producer's watching like right now, which I think she might be. Write this down. We got to bring some bottles of bitter tea with us. It is
Yes.
on like Donkey
It's
Kong.
on.
I'll
Yes,
get it,
we
throw
have
in the
to-
hotel fridge.
Yes.
We'll do a YouTube short, bitter tea reaction faces.
Yeah, we have to do like a compilation.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
right?
compilation of like, and
No.
we're gonna get
Nomura-san.
Oh.
You have to get the guests. You have to get
Masaki, you.
Oh no, not again.
Yes.
Dude, I've already had it.
Dude, no, you haven't had mine.
Oh right. Oh yes. Oh no.
Yeah, no. This one is like
No.
off the chart. Like
No.
11 out of 10. Spinal Tap, turn it all the way to, these go to 11. Like this bitter tea goes to 11, bro.
Oh no.
Yeah, you gotta do it. And you know what? For the real, I'll do it again.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
it's
not
only
gonna
fair.
torture you. I
You
will
have
literally,
to be the first. You have to be the first one. You have to
for
be
the
first one.
real, I will do it.
Yes. Yes.
So we'll do it. I will bring some bitter tea. We'll pour it in a little tiny. I mean, we'll get
Like a shot glass.
Dude, we need these little tiny shot glass cups. Hey, Winky, for real, I know you love this stuff. I will bring an entire extra bottle for you that Mark can just toss in the fridge and hang on to you. Because I think you're going to be rolling in a little bit later.
We'll figure
Figure
that
something
one
out there. Yeah. So on that side, I will absolutely hook you up with a full, fresh, sealed one. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's right. Yuck.
Yarg, yeah. Bitter tea, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the best shorts we have. Trying Taiwan's most bitter tea.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna lie. You saw my face. That was not like it's.
Dude, like the Hong Kong one was bad enough. I'm trying to scrub it from my mind.
I'll tell you right now. There's going forward in my life. If I have bitter tea ever again, if you guys don't realize, I think it's like show like 20 or something, ish. If I ever have bitter tea again, nothing. I don't understand. I don't think there's a way they could possibly make anything more bitter than what I drank. It's that off the charts. So
Yikes.
Yeah.
Gross.
oh
Yeah.
whoo, I gotta bring some bottles, baby. Bring in
All right.
bottles.
All right.
I'm gonna
That's
see
what
ya.
you gotta do. It's gonna be
Yes.
fun.
See-
Yes, so that's the hottest news, guys. You know, I like to always
I'm
poke
sitting-
fun of Hong Kong all the time, but it's good to see them finally dropping their draconian measures to
Yeah.
0+3. Finally, good for them. To be honest, the happiest thing that I saw was a post from, I think, Time Out Hong Kong, that they were saying, no, it wasn't Time Out. It was another one. It said the moment Hong Kong lowered the no hotel quarantine required, and all the locals wanted to leave, right? And
Yep.
I think that's a good thing because that city is too small to keep that many people there cooped up at the same time.
Yeah.
Everybody was going nuts. You are just the stress levels already through the roof. It's just not a place to house 7.88 million people.
Yeah.
It's just not healthy. So for people to just get out, go by all means, get out of here. Just go somewhere. Go, take a plane. Just go somewhere, right? And I think just go and just relax and just come back whenever.
Dude, Hong Kong, I'm gonna tell you, man, it's like it is a fun place to visit, but it's just so, and I guess the word is claustrophobic. Even though I'm not claustrophobic, it's just crowded.
It's how do I put it? Hong Kong, you live there long enough, you're gonna get one of two feelings, right? You're gonna get to a point where, okay, I feel like I'm now grown too big for the city, right? I'm not saying that, oh, it's
You have
because
no
look at
personal
me, I'm so
space.
cool.
Like the
No,
first thing I
it's
noticed was
not,
the
yeah.
lack of personal space.
It's just
Gone.
like you've grown to a certain size, maturity wise, emotionally, mentally. I'm not talking about physical. Oh, look at me, I'm so cool. But like you've grown to a place where you feel like, okay, there has to be more than this small city. And so you either get A, man, I really want to get out of here, or B, you deal with it, right? And so many people just kind of put up with it because I had a conversation with a friend of mine whose cousins still live in Hong Kong. He was saying, well, it's really not that easy for them to leave. Well, but they're all saving up for their like down payment for their apartments, so they have some money saved up, right? They have some money they can take that and invest somewhere else,
But
right?
that's super, you can't break that mentality, man. That's like the most
Yeah,
Chinese, Asian, Taiwanese, it's probably Chinese, Taiwanese. It's like Chinese culture, like Chinese
yeah.
backed culture
It's
of
it's.
buy house.
Mhm.
You must buy a house. You have to buy a house. You got to buy a house. I mean, like house, house, house.
Yeah,
It's
and
all
and a, and a
about
lot
the
of a
house.
lot of my friends, like I was just talking to my friend and talking about it. I was like, I understand your sentiment, but to be honest, a lot of people, especially in my age group, they all got like me and my friends about the same age.
Hmm.
I was like saying, look, they all have BNO, the British National Overseas. They can move to the UK like this if they wanted to, just like that. They have to stay there for X amount of time. They can't leave. They have to stay there for X amount of time, and they have money saved up for their down payments. This is most of the people. If not, they have some savings, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's by the government mandatory MPF or it's by just mom and dad forcing you to put some money away. They have most people in Hong Kong. Most people, young people, have some savings, right? That hey, look, go. No one's stopping you, right?
It wouldn't
And
hurt, man. I tell you that I know the UK. I mean, Stu was telling like the GBP, the pound is like really the pound's at the lowest it's been against the US dollar since 1985. It's like 104, and I think it's back up a little bit. 104 pounds to a US dollar. It's almost 1 to 1. Like,
yeah,
and it's crazy because it used to be way bigger. Yeah, so it's almost equal now, which is nuts. Like UK needs a good stimulus, and I think bringing solid talent from Hong
hmm
Kong
yeah, yeah,
using the B was the BNO, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
BNO,
using the
British
BNO,
National
bringing
Overseas. Yep.
solid talent in and helping stimulate that
Yep.
economy would be fantastic. Because the thing is, you're not bringing in, and there's nothing wrong with bringing refugees, things like that. So let me just lay that out there. But you're bringing in skilled, educated, intelligent, working
Yes.
people. And that's what a country needs to grow. You need to have people that are either
Yep.
willing to do those type jobs or willing to do the skilled labor jobs.
hmm And
Either.
and a lot
Both are
and a lot.
fantastic.
Yes, and a lot of the people from Hong Kong, they have a solid work ethic,
Yep.
right? They may not love to go to work, but they understand that it's part of the responsibility. It's a social contract, right?
Yep.
I just can't do whatever, and so that in and of itself is great to export to other countries. I think a lot of other countries could benefit from this.
Yeah.
Friends of mine have just recently moved there. A good friend of mine, Edwin from CRW Airsoft, good guy, just a salt of the earth dude. And he just moved there with his whole family. He moved out of Hong Kong with his family. He moved there, and he's just enjoying living normal British life.
I think I
He's
think
just
Hong Kong's gonna really I don't know. Maybe they just don't care. Maybe China, because let's just face it, it's really managed by China at this point. I don't think China
yeah, of
cares.
course.
They don't really care. But the problem is it's just like a company, right? The first
Yep.
people that leave, if your company's being mismanaged or you have a terrible manager or a terrible boss or somebody in your company, the first people that will leave, the first people that always leave, whether it's a company, a country, whatever, are your best people because they're have the most skill, the most talent, and they're going to be the
Yep.
most employable elsewhere. So the
Yep.
ones that are like, okay, I'm in software programming, I'm in engineering, I'm in business management, I'm in finance, I'm in, medical, I'm in all these career fields, legal.
Hmm.
They're the first ones to just bugger off and gone because it's easy for good talent to find a replacement job. What
Yeah.
you're left with are the people that don't want to work, don't want to leave, don't want to do it. And we're seeing the same thing in California, not to get too political. Same thing in California. Everybody leaving California are like the best
Hmm.
talent and they're going elsewhere to find fantastic jobs for a better quality of
Yes.
life.
Yes.
And we're seeing that same thing happening in Hong Kong. And Hong Kong's
Yes.
going to wake up and realize that they've lost all the magic that made Hong
Yeah.
Kong very special in
Yeah.
Asia.
I mean, Stu, you're right. Everybody in the UK trying to get out, and a lot. Look, man. You can say a lot about other, foreign like Western countries, because, man, the U.S. and everybody, they're going through some weird stuff, like some bizarro stuff going on right now. But yeah, I can't blame them. But at the same time, there's still so much opportunity there that I think a lot of people maybe are overlooking. There's still a lot of opportunity in the UK, a lot of opportunity in the US, simply based on the fact that it's a much larger territory. Like, you come here to Japan as well, like, it's simply basing geography wise, you already feel like there's more things for you to do if you look hard enough
Well, yeah,
here.
Japan. I mean, Japan's one of the like it's G7, right? Like you
Yeah.
look at Japan, you look at Great Britain, you look at all these like top economies, you're going to have a better opportunity, and especially if you're in the creative space. Because one thing
Hmm.
I've noticed here in Asia, specifically in the creative slash marketing slash whatever,
Yeah.
that unless you're in, I think, Korea or Japan,
Hmm.
you're gonna have a tough time working in the creative space. Like you're very limited. It's not you don't have a lot of opportunity. I think in Japan you have that opportunity in Asia, but that's probably the only place you're going to have that opportunity. I mean, look at like the movies, the anime, all the art, all the creative that comes out of Japan. It's
Mm.
like the center of Asia, like the level of creativity that comes out of that country is unbelievable. And you're not
Yeah.
going to find that. I mean, unfortunately, not even here. I've seen, I
Hmm.
mean, there are some fantastic creative people, don't get me wrong, but the culture that supports the creative industry
Yeah.
here is just not quite there. Because, I mean, Taiwan still, like, if you look at it, look at the IC industry, right? You look at their manufacturing, like, there's so many things that are just far more lucrative. So if you have, like, a family, odds are your family's going to be in one of those spaces,
Yeah. I
you
mean, if
know?
you want to do automation, this is the place to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if robotics and automation and programming is what you want to do, this is the place to be. I mean, yeah, of
Tech.
course, Japan got its problems. I lived here a while now, and I hear enough from my friends, and they
US has
explain
its
things to
problems.
me.
UK has their
You know,
problems. Everybody, Australia, everybody has their
yeah.
problems,
At
right?
the end of the day, I always say this, guys, it's perspective, right? It's
Hmm.
like I always say, blah blah blah. Well, at least it's not Hong Kong, because you know I I've been in it now. Like, I've
Yeah.
been there for so long. I was born there, left, came back, left again, came back again, and then for the last 12 years, I was in corporate Hong Kong
Yeah.
for so long. I can tell you, you know, I didn't live a super glamorous life. I would say I lived a comfortably middle class life, and it was still such a pain in the butt. Everything.
Yeah.
Here, the greatest thing that I found here that I could never do in Hong Kong is I can walk to the station, get on the train, sit on the train for an hour, get off the train, and I'm in the woods.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like even in New York, like you look at the most like a crowded city. I'm gonna take perspective of the US, right?
Yeah.
You look at San Francisco, you look at New York City, you look at LA's a little sprawly, but you look at the like let's just say New York or SFO, right? San Francisco or New
Mhm.
York City. Even in those cities, it's crowded, dense, just like Hong Kong. Like certainly not almost, but it's close. But you can hop on the train and you can end up in Jersey City or the Jersey Shore and you can be on the beach. Or you can take a train up and be in Connecticut and be out in the wilderness. Or you can go to the upstate New York and be in the Adirondacks, right? Like you
Yeah.
can get away. Like you said in Japan, you could be in Osaka, a massive, sprawling,
Sprawling.
all
Yeah.
concrete and glass for as far as the eye sees in every single direction. I mean, it is mind blowing.
Yeah, I'm
Like
not gonna lie though, but it's pretty beautiful. Like
it is pretty cool.
we were driving back.
I
We were
kind of
driving
like
back
it.
from camping this weekend, and like coming into Osaka, like you're on the Hanshin Highway, you coming in, you see the skyline and it's super clear there. You're like, damn, this is pretty nice.
I mean, it's just
Not gonna lie, like I'm not a
but-
big city guy anymore,
but
I looked at that, I was like, oh man, that's pretty nice.
It's like you start like fathoming like the amount of money and like
yeah,
all like what it. I mean, it's just for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. I mean, like as far as the eye can see, you're like, somebody built this. Like you got to think of what it took to do that.
Yeah.
It's wild. But yeah, I mean, like you have that. Like I see I follow you all the time, man. I'm like it's like every weekend you're just like here, there, and like you're like, I'm gonna go to the beach, I'm gonna go to the mountains, I'm gonna go here, the woods, I'm gonna just temples, and you can do everything.
I mean, I think the best thing is even though you may be in a place that still got some people to it, I think there's one thing I really do respect about the Japanese people is when there's even big crowds of them, and when we're in a place that you're supposed to kind of be reverent and a little bit quiet. Doesn't matter if you're in the temple, doesn't matter if you're in the forest. If we're in a place like we're going walking or like we're in the forest, nobody is playing some loud, stupid music on a speaker.
Oh my God.
Right.
Like that, you'll see that in the States all the time. Some dude at the beach with his little portable Bluetooth speaker jamming
They have
out.
signs. They have signs here at the beach that says no loud music.
Yeah, I know, but they don't care.
I love it.
They're playing like,
I love
you know, like in the States, like you always say some dude playing his like favorite Spotify playlist on like repeat, you know?
See, that I don't care. If I'm at the beach, I'm there to have a good time. That's the one place, even when I was in Hong Kong, I did not care. If you want to play loud music,
I've been hiking in the States, man, like
hiking,
on trails
that is
woods,
where I can't stand
and
it.
dudes are jamming out to like whatever. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear your freaking Spotify playlist.
I can't stand it.
Especially, I don't want to hear
one thing I just
Rockstar
cannot
by,
do.
you know. Oh my God, like the Shrek
I don't,
song.
I like this, because in Hong Kong, there's so many people, and especially during COVID, there's just so many of them, and there's nowhere to go, so they had to go hike.
Yeah.
So it was like one group of K-pop, the next group of K-pop, the third group of K-pop, where I think I've turned to the producer, I said, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. I just want to go home. Like halfway through the hike, I just want to go home.
Yeah. Like when I get to the woods, I just want to like hear the birds, the wind, the leaves, some little chipmunk running through the grass. I just want to like absolutely decompress from anything electronic, especially what we both do.
Yes. I don't want to hear your BTS, man.
Oh my God. Like when I listen to music, like
you
I have
Blackpink
background
at home.
Yeah, like Blackpink. Oh my God, Blackpink. Anyway, yeah, for those who don't know, like Blackpink's,
it's garbage. Fight me.
Yeah,
you know where I live.
Come get me, bro.
You know where I work.
But anyway, back to everything. Taiwan is now open. So I want to, on behalf of the government of Taiwan, formally invite you to come enjoy this wonderful country here.
Yes.
Hit me up. I will gladly. I mean, I got a car. I mean, I'm in the internet. I can give you 1,000 recommendations. Like Masaki said, he's coming here, by the way.
Yes, I know. We talked about this today.
Literally all afternoon, I've been like, what do we do? What do we do? Like I've been with the producer, like, oh, we go here, we like book this place, and like, is it this restaurant? No. Well, if we do that, then we can't do this because then we do. Okay, we should do it in this order, and then we should go here after. Where I'm like, we're like, it's whiteboard.
Yes,
like, we had a whiteboard session of like where to take.
It's the conspiracy board.
Yeah, it is.
Where are we taking him?
Yeah, where are we taking is exactly. So it's really, there's so much fantastic food here. So it's like,
oh yes.
how much can we eat before we got to take him to the hospital to get his stomach pumped? Oh, let's see. Let's do the math.
Masaki?
No.
Have you seen the man eat?
Dude's got hollow legs. I'm not gonna lie.
That's right.
He like,
I don't know where he puts it.
I don't know. He's a skinny guy. He's a small dude. I mean, like not small, but he's like not fat, right? He's like trim guy, right? And then it's like, where do you put this? I'm watching me. I'm like, bro, where do you put this food? Like, where are you literally putting it? Like, I'm already throwing the towel in. He's like, dessert round 3, and I'm like,
sitting there enjoying. Oh yeah, guys, there's fancy eating dinner here because down there there's XYZ dessert place. Take your pick.
That's the thing about Masaki. like, and that's where I think him and the producer are going to get along so perfectly. It's not just the dinner. The dinner's great. The dinner's fantastic. But there's always some epic dessert
Yes.
or sweets
Yes.
that follow.
Yes.
Always.
He's got this down to a science, right?
Oh.
That he'll be like, oh, so I just casually booked dinner, around
Oh.
here, it's nice, and you go there like, whoa, this is super awesome, very cultural, good experience, food is great. It's usually there's some specialty, there's some theme there, right? And then it's like after we finish, oh, is everybody good? Good, great. Who would have thought there's this place next door,
and they do this really good like ice cream,
like
mochi,
you can eat fruit with like liqueur on it,
sweets, and they didn't
want to check it out.
I totally forgot they were right next door, but they're there, right? We should just
he
go over
sells it so good too. He sells it.
You and I both know him so well.
He's like, oh wow, like gee golly, who would have thought?
Who would have thought it was right next door?
Yeah. It's like the man planned it all along.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm under like incredible pressure. I'm like, all right, so we got to take him here. We got to do this, and then I got to find like some like awesome sweets. So it's like,
Stu, you got to put some respect on that man's name, not the Kansai Tourism Ninja. He's the head of the Kansai Tourism Bureau.
Dude, yeah.
Dude,
Don't even give the ninja.
Region,
he's not down in the ninja clan.
No,
he's not living in the shadows. He is in the tower. He's the guy. If it was an anime, Masaki would be the guy in the top of the tower behind the desk with like the glasses with his hands like this.
Yes.
Like glaring, and the eyeglasses have like the sling, and they would make that metal sound as like the light shined across his glasses.
Yes.
And he'd have his hands like this, like staring at you, like That would be
that's right.
Like what the dad from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
That's right.
Exactly.
Commander Ikari.
Yeah, we've been talking up in the tower overlooking the project.
Watching.
Just
yes, that's right.
Waiting, thinking,
yes.
Contemplating.
That's right. Where am I going to take these fools this time?
Yeah, where are they going this time?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Ho Chin Young, you're preparing some food tour around Tokyo for prepare. Hey, certain hosts to drop by. If we're going to be in Tokyo, we'll definitely do it. I know some of the people are going to be in Tokyo proper. But I don't know if I can make it. So, look, it's out in the open. We're talking about the Crytek owners meeting. And we will have a list of guests coming. Those of you the people have already announced, Random Guy Kev, USA Airsoft.
Wait, Random Guy Kev's coming?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Kev is coming. USA Airsoft. Scott's coming. Jono's coming. Stu is coming.
Stu's coming.
Nono Cat, Nora is coming. So we got a bunch of people coming.
Mitch. Not Matt's coming, right? Yeah, I think the EVA guys. I think the EVA guys are coming. Hang on, we did lose Mark's sound because I changed my sound. Hang on, I did something different. It's my fault. All right, we're back. Mark's sound should be back now. All right.
Anyways, I was saying is...
So anyway, it's good. Yeah, so anyway, back to...
We have a bunch of people coming, and because of how we have it situated, Ho Chin Young, I may not be able to come over to Tokyo for the tour because we have... Okay, so what I'm saying is I was just trying to announce who's coming. Did you guys catch me say who's coming?
Probably not. I switched toward...
So what happened? So who's coming? So Jono is coming, of course. Stu is coming. He made the announcement on his social media. Random Guy Kev is coming. He also announced it on his Instagram. USA Airsoft is coming. He also announced it on his Instagram. Then we'll have Nono Cat. Nora is coming. Scott from Land Warrior is coming. I think Scott's also bringing Alan. So Alan will be here.
Oh, Alan will be there. Cool. I haven't seen Alan in quite a few
our
years.
friends from Chris USA. So Uncle Alan and Mitch will be here. And of course, myself, but
The
hey,
Mitch, as I said earlier,
I'm not a
the
guest now.
Mitch.
Yes,
There's
the Mitch will
Mitch,
be
and
here.
then there's the Mitch.
There's the Mitch. That's right.
Ha.
That's correct. The Mitch is the man. So yeah. So we got some people coming. So because we have new guests and returning guests, um, how we are planning out the event, there's going to be days where certain people do certain things leading up to the event. So I am on reserve team to kind of take care of some other people arriving on different days with Ryan, and Masaki is kind of like on active team to kind of show people around and stuff like that, because you know some people who have never been here, they want to get the Tokyo Airsoft experience, so they're going to go probably do that. um, some people arrive on different days, so we just got to make sure everybody is situated. And now that I've done this one time, I kind of know how it goes as a guest, so I can kind of help with the caretaking part. So for those of I
So
think
the
Stu
event is Saturday the
and
5th.
Saturday,
So
but people
I'm
start
getting in
arriving
on
Thursday.
Thursday the 3rd.
Yes.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. What, like, I can either chill out. We can, like, I can hang out. I mean, I'm kind of flexible. Like,
You can go with them to Tokyo on the 4th.
Yeah, if we're gonna do Tokyo, I guess I just roll to Tokyo.
Yeah. If you do Tokyo, then you can hit up Ho Ching Young, and Ho Ching Young can hang out with you, or meet you at one of the stores.
I mean, I can just do that, like meet with them, or I can just like drive. I can just roll. Like, you guys can run around or whatever, do the Tokyo tour.
I
can
won't
just,
be running around.
I know. I'll
I'm
probably
on valet service.
Are we gonna be like the first night? Like, are they gonna put us up? Like, are we gonna be like in the Appa?
Yes,
like,
we'll be in the same. I
the
think
same
I think,
hotel,
I
Appa
think we're
hotel,
gonna be
which
in the
is
same
right by the
Appa.
train. I can just stay
Which
there.
is like the best Appa in the
Oh,
world,
dude,
by the way.
it's like so. It's like
It's-
Appa's like this business hotel that's usually like
Yeah.
it's cheap, it's good, it's just like it just works, right? It's like a fan. It's like
Yeah.
a.
It's
like
it's nice. It's a
the
nice budget
it's a
hotel.
price budget. It's so good. It's like the best. But this one's like you get there, you're like
This is like the best Appa.
this is like
by
the
far.
flagship Appa. I'm like, Appas are
Like
good. This one's like
it's,
way. I'm like, I
this
get in
is
there, I'm
really
like,
good.
this is like,
This has got like a super good bar too. Like
yeah, like
it's
they got a bar and a
legit.
restaurant. I'm like, is this Appa? Like, this doesn't
Like,
seem
this
like an
is-
Appa.
This is Appa fancy style.
This is like
This
Appa
is
way high end. Yeah. So
this is Appa Masaki approved.
yeah. So I could just roll into Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, if anything,
And
because
just
you've
meet
already
Ho
done
Ching Young or
it,
something.
right? Yeah, just hit Ho Ching Young, like text John on
Yeah, we'll
his,
swap. I'll hook him up with my.
Insta or
Well,
something.
we'll pass contact info, get line info or something like that afterwards.
Yeah, just DM me on Insta, Ho Ching Young, and
Yeah.
I'll just put you guys in touch.
Yeah, we'll get
That's
tied off.
the best way, or DM me on Facebook or whatever is easier for you, Ho Ching Young. Just do something, and then yeah, you guys will work it out. But yeah, so we have a big thing planned for Crytek owners meeting. So yeah, if you guys are kind of into the day job, what we do, you gonna want to keep an eye on the Lilacs official, my own, as well as Jono's.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
You're gonna
doing.
see some
I'm gonna be
stuff.
going ham with shorts, small streams. I don't know. I've got a chip that works there, but I might actually pick up a full fledged like a 5G SIM card for the time
Mhm.
there, so I can actually do live streams on my phone.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of need that as much as because my phone works there. Like when I
You know, I
land,
hate-
I've got international plan, but it's not. It's kind
I
of
would
potato.
I would say this. If that's the case, get like the Wi-Fi egg.
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, and that way
Like,
some other
'cause-
people could jump on
yeah.
it too.
Yeah, I would say just get the Wi-Fi egg. If some other people need to jump on it, they can jump on it. If not, it's still better because then you're not draining your phone battery like
The problem with
crazy,
the
right?
Wi-Fi thing is, could I pick it up in Tokyo and then drop it back in Osaka?
Oh, good question.
That's the only downside. That's why I was thinking about getting a SIM chip, and I can always do. I can share my phone. I can do.
Well,
hotspot.
also the good thing is like at least like when you're in Osaka, you'll have access to the office internet.
Right, but if we're out and if I want to do some streaming, like, yeah, we're at this store, like check it out, like, then.
Well, I stream with my 4G on my phone, so it doesn't really bother me.
Oh, Galson says they come with
there's-
options to mail them back. That'll be cool. Yeah, so they have some kind of something I can just take it and throw it in a box and little package and dump it in the post or something.
I haven't done like Wi-Fi egg in such a long time, so
When I land, I'll check. That sounds like a good idea. When I get to Haneda, I'll ask, or I'll do some pre-research and see.
yeah.
Like, there's got to be tourist guides, like, for sure. So
I think like way back in the day, I think when I came here at 14, we did that, picked it up in Osaka, Actually, no, because we dropped it off in Osaka as well.
There's got to be. I mean, like, think about
There's
travelers that
probably
come
like a
into one
service
part of the,
counter that you can
some
just
people
put it
come
there,
to one part, and it's
Yeah.
probably there's the same provider across. Like, I can just find out, it's like, hey, can I return this to the counter in Osaka when I leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.egg.co.jp.
Wi-Fi.a.co.jp. Okay, cool.
Yes, that's
On it.
probably it. But it's also probably a naughty site, so you never know with Japan websites.
Yeah.
Don't search it, guys.
Yeah.
Much danger.
you could wander into some. It's like, what kind of site is this?
It's like,
So
what egg? What are they doing to that egg?
no, don't get us demonetized. Well, we're not monetized in the first place, so.
No. Japan, stop it. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess we can now go backwards to the topics. So while you're doing that, so I'm going to give everybody an update from last week. So last week we had a typhoon roll through Kansai from the south, roll through from the south, and the southern part of Japan, Shikoku and Kyushu, was getting just peppered. It was bad. It was pretty bad typhoon. So in preparation for the typhoon, the Osaka government was like, city government was like, hey, you know what? We're gonna shutting down the trains at X amount of time. They may shut down the metro. Everybody better go home. Friends of mine that were, in Shikoku, they sent me a message. They're like, oh man, it's really bad here. Our windows are vibrating. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be epic. And so Monday night, I leave work at around 4 o'clock. Started to rain a little bit. Nothing crazy. Ended up the typhoon was kind of like a big nothing burger here, at least like where I'm at in Osaka.
Yeah, dude, it was like the biggest hype.
It was
with
so
like
much
the
hype.
most letdown.
Yeah, it was so much hype. But then like by the time the show came around, the roads were almost dry. It's like,
but how was your internet? I think the problem was,
the problem was
admittedly
the
you had
which,
internet issues.
Yeah, which was like, apparently I wasn't the only one. So I went back to work the next day on Tuesday. And then I was asked, hey, did anybody have internet issues the other night? And some of our other colleagues said, oh yeah, our internet was really potato all night, like just super slow. I had a FaceTime call with the producer, and then it was like 444p, like 144p. It was so bad. Like her face looked, how do I put it? It was lower definition than Minecraft.
Oh wow, Minecraft. Yeah. We get the Hopped Up Podcast Minecraft edition.
That's right. I got to get the Minecraft clicks in here. Okay. Like I got to get the Minecraft boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was lower def than Minecraft characters. And it was bad. Like it was really bad. And so like there was no way we could add the show. It was just no way.
Yeah.
So like it was on me. Like I don't know what happened to everybody else. Like I rebooted everything. Everything was kind of whatever. And then the next day, came home. As Masaki asked me how's my internet, I said, well, I really don't know yet. Tuesday night, I after work I come home and it was still like YouTube was watchable on my television, but it was still a little low res. And when I just put it back on 1080p, it kind of had to buffer a little bit. But then it started to sort itself out. So I don't know what the deal was. Maybe everybody was just at home. Everybody was, polling.
They were probably refreshing their browsers, looking about like typhoon.
Yeah, or watching other things.
Not judging.
Netflix, guys, come on.
It's all Netflix, you freaking dirty minded.
I don't know what you guys are taught. Get your mind out of the gutter, everybody. Yeah. So yeah, they're so that was my last Monday. So that was the reason why we couldn't do the show, and it was kind of on me. So it was a little much for me to kind of explain. Yes, I've rebooted my router. Yes, I've rebooted my computer. Yes, I've done all this.
Yeah, when you messaged me, you were like, "Hey man, potato," and I was like, "No problem. Let's just punt because it'll be a nightmare with you glitching and cutting out and stuff. It won't be a good show."
I've gone through the motions.
I knew you had. So I was like, if you say it's not good, it's not good.
Yeah,
for real.
Like I would have loved to do it. Typhoon night. Ooh, typhoon cast. Nope.
So, yep, that. And we've had some earthquakes here.
Oh yeah.
Made the national, but international news. I had my
Yes.
family like, yo, you okay? I'm like, yeah, it's East Coast. Don't worry. You know, it's like it when it hit here, it rocked. I'm
Yeah.
fortunately not on a high floor anymore. So my last apartment I lived in, I was at the top floor of the building, up on like
Right.
12.
The penthouse
And
suite.
dude, yeah, yeah. And the 12, like when you're on 12th floor of like a modern steel and concrete building, when a four hits, you're like, you know, it's just like, good God, you feel it, right? But
I don't want to die.
this was, yeah, it's like a four feels like a seven. Just because you're high up, right?
Yeah, of
Now I'm
course.
like one of the very bottom floors, so it's like they're not as noticeable. Um, yeah, and it's just like, but this was one that like it was enough to shake the ground floor. Like looking outside, like street lamps are shaking and everything. Like I was like, whoa, okay, and it lasted. It had some staying power. It was like,
Mm,
okay, it took a couple buildings down in the East Coast where it was, but you could feel it
right.
100 kilometers away. You know, it was no joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I saw that. I saw that in the news, and there was like a viral post of like the ballast inside the 101 was
Oh,
just going hard,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. And it the thing about the ballast is it only like it maxes out and it was maxing out essentially.
Mm,
Like it only goes so far, like because they like so that way it doesn't overcompensate. They built it.
yeah.
So there's this massive ball. I forget how much it weighs. It's like tons and tons and tons and tons. And yeah, it'll counter so like when wind hits, like huge
Yeah.
gusts of wind will help counterbalance the building. But the
Mm,
earthquake, same thing.
yeah. Yeah. Dude, like that was pretty intense. Yeah, I saw some of the photos for it. Seemed
Yeah. I do. If I was at the
pretty
top of 101 and that hit, I would be like, yo, I would be
yeah.
freaking. I mean, a
Oh
hundred
yeah.
stories up, you know, like 89th story, 90 stories where that ballast is,
Hmm.
or the counterweight. And it's not a small ball. Like we're saying, I'm like
Oh, it's
this. No, no,
big.
no. It's like 5 meters across. It's no
Yeah.
joke. I mean, it's 15 feet. It's a massive hunk of steel, like
Hmm.
crazy.
Yes.
And being 100, like 90-ish floors above the surface would be like, mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm. Stu's like too much TMD. Oh man, yeah, I would have probably checked out. I'd be like, all right, I'm done. Never going to the top of 101 again.
Yeah. That's
Have you
right.
been up
You were
there?
once. 101? No.
Never done it?
Nope. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just
Tune
like,
mass dampener. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mandarin. That's what I would be saying. The second word, second phrase up there.
yes.
Can we get
Yeah, I don't know.
demonetized for swearing in a different language than
In
English?
Chinese?
How
Oh, of
how good
course they
is
would.
how good is YouTube if I use like Chinese profanity?
Look, man, I don't know what's up with Japanese YouTube, but YouTube in Japan, they serve me like three ads at once. And then I'll wait 3 seconds and they'll serve me another three.
They're
Like, dude,
like,
like,
oh,
I,
wait, you haven't had enough yet. Here it comes
yeah,
more.
bro, like, here's the funniest part too. YouTube, I know you're listening because we're doing this show on YouTube right now. So, YouTube, please pay attention to what I'm saying now. Please pay attention. So, I have a complete Apple ecosystem. Complete. Stop recommending me more Apple products. I don't. Hey, look, I've completed everything.
Yeah.
There's really not much more I can buy.
Mark has drank
So
the Kool-Aid.
yes,
Unless he's shopping for AirPods Pro, he's got no money left.
that's right. Unless I'm shopping for that, Gucci Apple Studio monitor, I got no money
Speaking
left.
of which, I saw Token Foreign Byron coming down the escalator at the subway today with iPods Pro on. I'm like,
Like with the
that's
with the
my
headphones.
yeah, like on just walked. Like by the way, fun fact is you only ever see people wear like proper full on like full ear covered headphones here if they're foreigners. And by foreigners I
Really?
mean
Because
people.
they do it like so everywhere. Like Hong Kong is so bad about. I mean, not so bad about it, but it's like everybody does it.
Well, I think it's a status thing there, maybe. Could be a
I
status play.
guess I don't
I
know.
mean, okay,
Like
now,
they
now
do it
don't be
here.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I see
Like
people all the time with their AirPods in.
mhm.
I've got I always usually have my Galaxy Buds in. I got like Samsung ones, or I got my Sony's. I got two different pairs. I just jam them in, and I'm off. Right, like the little
Yes.
earbuds. Like I'll always have those on in the subway. But I'm talking like full on over the ear, like
Yeah, I guess. Like for me, I would love to use over the ears when I work out. Just keeps me in the zone a little bit better.
It's
Um,
funny you say that. I have been considering switching to that,
mhm,
and I kind of wanted to talk to you about this. It might be worth a
yeah,
topic to bring up right now.
yeah. I think the thing is like for me, it's I've wanted to bite the bullet on the Beats one, but I don't like the stereotype of wearing Beats headsets in the gym. I just don't like it.
But I
Ah,
think that stereotype's over. I think because Beats is now owned by Apple, and you've got like the M1 chip inside, or the K1, what do they call it? The A1, the M1, whatever they use for the tuning. Like the
yeah.
Beats, I think the days of like wearing Beats in the gym,
Hmm.
like being a stereotype, is kind of
It's still there.
it's
I'm
still
not
okay,
gonna lie,
fine.
it's still there.
But like for me,
But
like over the years,
yeah,
what are you gonna wear? Like Sony like XM4s, you know,
but
XM4s?
here's the thing, right? It's just there's really no other brand that has like you're not there at the gym to listen to like high fidelity audio. So anything else, like even the Bose sports headsets that they have like for the NFL, it's overkill. It's just you want something with a bump and bass, and you want something with a decent battery life, and just I hate to use the words. It doesn't look obnoxious, but they do.
They do
You
all
know,
okay. They all do. Like, but
they
for
they
me,
they
like the
all look
problem
so
with this is, and this
obnoxious.
is what I run into. I've got my earbuds in, right? I jam them in, and they're normally
Yeah,
fine. But like, because they just go in. The problem is because they're wireless, is they want to fall out when I'm doing workouts. And
yeah. Some
then,
some workouts do
like,
lend to that.
sometimes
Yeah,
I'll get in. I'm like just face pulls. I'm doing something right, like bench press, like just getting into it. And then one will kind of just like not fall out, but like work out. And then what happens is like it'll come out just a little bit, like start to shift. And then my focus goes from like hitting it to like, oh, I'm gonna lose my earbud, and I
yeah,
totally
because you
lose
feel it
focus.
loose. Yeah,
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 and it
you
just
feel it
takes
loose.
me out of the moment of like trying to hit a personal record, trying
Mm,
to like crank out that weight, and I
yeah.
get out of you know the thing. And I get it, yeah, like Stu, like they have ones where they have like the little inserts in them, but I
Mm.
mean, I've already got a couple pairs, and I don't want to like buy another. So I'm thinking about like, do I get over the ear set? Like, do I do a
Yeah,
pair
I
of
mean,
Beats? Do I do
I
a
do
pair
it
of
like
like XM4, like the big XM4 Sonys?
yeah. I think the also good thing about the uh the Beats is the fact that they are very light
Yeah.
compared to a lot of the over the head ones. They are very
And I don't
light,
like the
and
clamping, like because like after a
yeah,
while you start again. If it's really tight and
yeah,
clamping is my big old noggin, then you're focused on like the pain on those little
yeah, yeah,
ancillary muscles you have all around your ears
yeah, yeah.
versus focusing on your workout.
Yeah. And the great it's just again, yeah, it just since the beginning of Beats by Dr. Dre, it's just the bass is just so good. Like there's no competition when it comes to just their bass driver. I don't know if it's programming or whatever
It's got to be
hardware they
something,
use.
yeah.
Like their bass driver is just so good. And it's just you just you love to hate them. But like you just
But
if you want to get them for sport, then they are the
there's a
ones to get.
reason Apple bought them.
Yeah,
Let's just put it that way.
they are
Good.
the
How much
ones
did
to
they pay?
get.
They bought those off Dre. How much did they pay for
Like a
that?
couple 100 million,
Yeah,
I
it
think,
was
back in the day.
nuts,
Like it was early
dude.
on.
Dude got generational money
Yeah,
from
yeah,
that,
yeah,
like
he did.
legit generational money.
Yeah. As if Dr. Dre needed any more generational money, but whatever.
Like he's already producing some of the biggest names. But I'm with you, man. Like I'm usually like my music here is like really chill, usually like
Hmm.
modern indie rock, like lo-fi hip hop, something in the background, like just really relax. When I go to the gym,
Yes.
dude, it's like everything from like GNR, Guns N' Roses, like anything heavy, like um so old uh Durst back in his days, and then like I'll admit I got some DMX in there, I
Yeah.
got some Eminem.
NF, man.
Yeah,
NF,
like
100%.
exactly,
NF
just
all
anything
the
to get
way.
me just
Yeah.
jacked and pumped. Yeah, Inya in the gym, Orinoco Flow.
Yeah.
Like no, that's
Yeah.
maybe to
Hey,
chill out.
DJ, thanks for joining us.
Hey
It's all good. You still got
DJ,
time. You came in on, you still got like 30 minutes left.
slid in.
Hey,
You got
it's good to have
27
you.
minutes or
Good to
ish.
have you. That's right. That's right. But yeah, we're just kind of talking about headphones right now, something good for sport. For me, my biggest thing is because I sweat a lot, especially on my weekend workouts, because I'll do a pre-workout and then when I'm working out, I'll do a fat burner. So I sweat
Whoa,
a
whoa, whoa,
lot.
whoa! time out. So you do a full dose of pre-workout
and then fat
and then
burn.
you stack a fat burn on top of it?
Yes, on Saturdays, every Saturday.
Dude, when I take a pre-workout, by the time I walk to the gym, which is like half a kilometer, if that away, I'm already sweating. I'm just like,
Yeah.
my body's just like,
I'll
'cause-
sit I'll stand and sweat.
yeah,
I
like you just
do nothing
exist
and
and
just
sweat.
sweat. Yes.
But I give the
But man,
producer,
it feels so good though.
the producers
Like
on like in the last scoop, and I got, and thank God I ordered a bunch, send it to my family's house in the States. I'm gonna have it shipped here like tomorrow. Of all the, like a whole double dose of fat burner I got with the caffeine, without the caffeine. I got a pre-workout, I got a pump. So for the nights when I want to go at night, I don't want to be like at 2 a.m. like this,
Yeah.
eyes wide open, like
yeah.
I can't sleep, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's why you get the nice pre-workouts. And we've said this so many times, is you get the premium stuff because it's not only for how it ramps you up, but how soft is the come down, right? How soft is your landing, and the super high stim bucked up stuff, man, I can sleep like a baby. I mean, yes, yeah, you have to wait for your body to say, I'm good.
Yeah.
Right. But you won't be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then
But
like,
I found
you
if
don't get the sudden
if you leave it at the gym, like basically if you leave everything on the table at the gym, when I come home, I'm like, all right, I could actually just sleep. And I know I'm like hyper caffeinated.
That's right. You sweat it all out.
Yeah.
You sweat it all out.
Well, because I'll tell you, they use, I'll be really honest with you, anything that uses simulated caffeine, like the actual synthetic caffeine, it always, like even C4 or Muscle Tech stuff.
They'll pull the rug under out of your feet.
Yeah. And you get jittery, you feel weird. And then when it's gone, it's gone. Like the stuff that uses the natural caffeine, like it always looks, it's like natural green coffee bean extract, natural caffeine extract, whatever. They have a bunch of different ones.
Usually
green tea extract,
caffeine anhydrous, and then usually the caffeine anhydrous mix, they'll break it down into how much they use. So that's why you always get ones that don't have private labels. So get ones that tell you if it says caffeine anhydrous, it should tell you what the breakdown is.
Well, Bucked Up, Ghost, but I tell you, Bucked Up and Ghost, you can't go wrong. Just you can blind buy,
very good. Yes,
blind buy those two. Everything they have in there all is like they spend more, they cost a little more, but they all the blends and the things they use are all like we are buying from. It is Carnosine for this brand, and we're doing this brand of the ginseng, and this is the company we buy our caffeine from. We're actually doing green coffee bean extract for caffeine, and like they list out everything. We've talked about pre-workout a bunch, but just buy really don't like dodge the cheap garbage.
Yeah. And if you can't do caffeine, there's a lot of really good non-stimulant pre-workouts out there. Get some natural non-stim. Look, like natural non-stim.
Zoom.
It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me at all. Yeah. But for me, what's really good is it just helps me function during the day. I had a couple of sticks of the Bucked Up, the non-stim Bucked Up, that when I was doing their promotions for them, they would send it to me, and it didn't help me at the gym whatsoever. Like just didn't do anything for me because I'm so, I hate to say it, I'm stim junkie, 100%.
Yeah, me too. I gotta have my caffeine.
But like
I gotta be stimulated.
But what it did do though is I came to the office in the morning and I drank it. I just what the heck? Let's see how it goes. So I drank it in the morning to replace my coffee, and it just fired me up right from the beginning all the way past lunch. And I was like, man, this is all right. Okay.
So you're using it more as a focus, like a neuropathy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It didn't give me the jitters. It didn't make me sweat a whole lot. It just kicked me into gear, which was good. And it tastes good too. I think the Bucked Up non-stim, they have a peach flavor, or they had a peach flavor that was pretty good. Like a peach and orange, something like that. I don't know if they still have it, that particular flavor, but they have some pretty good ones too. So yeah, but yeah, that's important.
Yeah. And it's good. Like you said, use it for like just focus during the day. I mean, to be honest, it's good. Like if you just want to like one scoop instead of two, you can do like one scoop of the pre-workout and use it to replace your energy drink or whatever in the afternoon.
Yeah. Or do like half a scoop in a 1 liter of water. So it just gives you a bit of flavor in your water, and it gives you a bit of that stimulant, but you're not going to sit there and sweat, your butt off.
And if you're sipping on it, you'll get like just a little bit of a kick, just a little bit of something, helps you laser focus in a little bit better. And
when I used to play football, when we had games, I would do a 3 scoop in a liter of water, and I would share it with my boys, and we would just get hyped. We would go out there and just
Get the
wreck.
tingles, you know,
Oh my,
like
we're just
you
like,
all your
coach,
skids
put us
like
in.
ants
Oh
crawling
my
on it. You're like,
goodness. Just, we're seeing red right now. Put us in, coach.
yeah, we're going.
Yeah, we're going. Yeah. So yeah, that's always good. So you know, stim responsibly,
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, but like, yeah, somehow all roads lead back to the gym.
Yep, always. We always somehow
But
end up talking about this. Like it's
I
funny. I'm
mean,
not like.
I
I mean, look at me. I'm not like a gym dude. I'm not like jacked by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm so glad I found the gym. Like,
yes, it really is. It's such a therapeutic thing. I mean, people always like, oh man, you work out your frustrations. Yeah, true, very true. But at the best thing that the gym did for me was really to help me put things in the kind of perspective. Like, it realistically allows you to set a goal for yourself and to work towards that goal. And there's no better representation for it than to actually watch yourself go from one point to the next. And
yeah,
I think that that's really good. And I think that that's what really kind of put it into perspective for me. And then that's kind of carried on into so many other things in life. And it's so cliche because you hear, like, you watch these football movies and they say it all the time. Man, these things you do, football is a game of inches. These things you do to carry on in life, but it's so true. you
yeah.
know?
It's one of those things that like you do daily work, you get monthly results, and it kind of changes your perspective. And it lets you if you're in the business world and you're trying to like let's say build a business, start a company, do a side hustle, whatever you're doing, like you're trying to grab something from the ground up. There's so
Mhm.
many parallels, and this is why we talk about the gym so much. I know it sounds like very like Mark said, very cliche, but like the same thing you do in the gym, like putting the hard work in, getting the days. There's so many days. I was like, I don't want to be here. This sucks so bad. Same with work. Like, I don't want to go do, like side hustle. I don't want to edit. Mark and I were talking about before the show. I don't want to edit
Yes.
a whole bunch of stupid photos. I got to put up for my Amazon store, right? Because I sell my patches on Amazon, right? I got to like, I'm like, oh, I'm doing launching the actual like I got the ads, so I got to do all these stupid Photoshop edits, and it's taking me like
Mm,
2 days to do it all.
tell me about
I know, and
it.
it's like it's monotonous, mundane, like just masking
Yeah.
out and color
Yeah.
correcting and
Yeah.
putting a
Yeah.
shadow behind,
Yeah.
just mundane crap.
Yeah.
But it's easier for me to do it. Like, okay, if I put the work in, I get results. Like that might
Yeah.
gain me an extra $10 a day or $20 a
Yeah.
day, and $20 a day times 365 is a lot more money. So
Mm-hmm.
you start thinking like, well, that's 6, 7K a year that I could do that based on the numbers they're saying, if I do these things and I get this in there, I should see that kind of result. And you put a few days of work in of mundane, monotonous stuff like lifting the same weights all the time. It gives you that mentality to do it. I think that's why. That's it's
Yeah.
not lecturing, but
It's funny because, like, a lot of people think it's going to be some switch that just turns on, right? It's like,
mm,
oh, I'm going to go to the gym, and no, it's gradual and gradual, and you start lifting heavier and lifting heavier, and then gradually it's so strange how your mind just naturally starts to change. It's like, you know what, I can do this. Oh, that's, you know what, I can do that. Maybe I should, and you just naturally push yourself, and then you start to, it just happens over time.
mm,
You have to be consistent. And the next thing you know, you're going to be sitting at your desk. You'll be like, you know what? I can do this. I'm just going to quickly knock this out. And you're going to see
yeah.
some other tasks. You know what? I'm. And next thing you know, your own productivity is up 30%. Just because now you're in a mindset, a positive mindset of, you know what? I see this. I'm going to set up and achieve it, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why you
and
see a
it's
lot of
just,
guys that are
yeah.
business owners, like they do the gym thing. It's like there's so many
Mhm.
just cross parallels.
Again, it's so
And you
cliche,
hit,
but
and the
it's
thing is, you hit
so
these walls
true.
too. You hit like you end up
Yeah.
like you're doing the same stuff, and your numbers don't go up. So then
Mhm.
you're trying to figure out, I got to solve a problem. What am I doing
Yeah.
wrong? You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
there's a
That's
lot of
right.
that. But
Yeah.
just like I said, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it, you should do it.
Let's get to some questions. Ho Chi Minh, I gotta
Yeah.
go. Any
Oh, Ho
local
Ching
next
Young.
local trip, food planned for the coming week or weekends before the main event? John, what do you got? What do you got coming
Yeah.
up?
So I've got tentatively Mr. Misaki should be here at some
Mm-hmm.
point in October
Yes,
if things play out right. We're still kind of
dude.
working out the trying to squeeze some time in on a business trip since things are open. So I'm
October is
now
popping
in
off, man. Oh my god, it's not
hardcore
even October yet.
scouting mode. I know
Mm-hmm.
how do you take the god of tourism,
Yes, the patron saint of tourism.
patron saint is a better word than god, yeah,
That's right.
patron saint of tourism on Taiwan tourism food trip. So I've been sweating it. So there's that. I got that going on.
So you should take him to some legit Sun Chai Yu.
Oh God!
Yo,
But there's
I
there's
think you'd
nothing.
love that.
The problem is there's not you. There's the only one I know of is in Taichung. That's really
Oh,
freaking good, and there's not really a good one here in Taipei. That's the problem.
darn.
And for those who don't speak Mandarin, it's sour cabbage fish hot
It's
pot.
so good.
It's
It's
so
really
and
good.
it's spicy. It's like
Yeah.
mala, but it's like sour cabbage.
It's
Like they pickled the
flavorful.
cabbage in these
So good.
barrels and the
Yeah.
fish. Oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
good.
It's
I
so
don't, but
good.
there's nothing here. The best one I had by far is in Taichung, by
Oh
far.
man.
But
Because I
that's just
really
too
think
far
I think
away.
he'd like that. I think Sun Chai Yu he'd like that.
Yeah, he would like that. But I'm looking at there's a very famous hot pot very close to my house. It's literally
Mm-hmm.
the English name is God Guo. So God Guo is the name of it. God Guo hot pot, and they do it's all chicken based.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking
Yeah,
at that
yeah, yeah.
one. I found a couple. I've got a couple ideas of how to display the day, and then there's some traditional like really traditional Taiwanese, but like super tasty, like famous, but like really kind of divey, but awesome places. So I'm trying to figure out our food tour of like what we do. If he's watching the show, I don't want to give away our trip too much. So like that, how do we navigate this through the one day I'll probably have with him? So I've got
Cool.
that. I found some like exploring a bit. A lot of the problem is with me lately. I've been eating so healthy. Like I could tell you every healthy lunchbox place in Taipei.
I don't think don't take Masaki to a healthy
No,
lunchbox,
exactly.
please.
Like no,
We
I can tell you
we'll write
every healthy
off
lunchbox.
those days as your cheat days. It's
That
fine.
said, let me.
Doesn't count.
Do you know what I had for breakfast today?
What
I
did you have
saw
for
it. I
breakfast?
opened up Uber Eats like I always do. I was like, okay, I have my first meal for the day. Open up Uber Eats, and I'm like, there's this thing here we call Just Kitchen. They're expanding in Japan actually. Just Kitchen. They bring in a lot of stuff. They do like the Mr. Beast burgers. They do a lot of the international stuff.
Right.
They also do a lot of traditional like local stuff. They have like a lot of different food options. Basically, they have a whole bunch of different Uber Eats stores, but they're all Just Kitchen, and they don't have a storefront, so they
Right.
only sell on Uber Eats. And I open it up, and they always partner with Western stuff. And I'm like, no freaking way, I'm ordering this for breakfast. Like, I know we kind of had a cheat day. Like this weekend, we were good. I'll tell you about what we ate on this weekend too. It's freaking awesome. Um, the I was like, I'm ordering this. We're gonna have it. IHOP, bro.
Oh, you had IHOP
They had
today?
IHOP. Literally IHOP.
Yo, what?
So they had, and the producer loves Oreos. So they had the IHOP Oreo pancakes.
No way.
So I was like, dude, I know it's not a cheat day. We're just gonna do 2 meals a day instead of 3. We can balance the
Yo,
calories.
fair
It doesn't
enough.
matter. Like if it's a
Fair
1,000 calorie
enough.
breakfast, I can deal with this, right?
Do
So
it.
I ordered literally like their sampler, which is like the Grand Slam combo.
Of course.
Or like the Denny's Grand Slam. So I got their sampler
yeah,
and I
yeah,
get,
yeah, yeah.
yes, Just Kitchen has IHOP for sure. And it's like here for like a few weeks. They brought in some American chef to do the recipes too. So their pancakes are legit. They're legit. So they deliver it, and it was like the Oreo was in the pancakes. They give you a little bit of Oreo on the side to give it the frosting. They give you the syrups, and I got the combo with all the meats, the sausages, the hash browns. They nailed IHOP. They nailed IHOP.
Yo,
Like
what?
like absolutely
Oh my
nailed it.
goodness.
Yeah. So the producer was like, "This is really good." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a healthy lunchbox for dinner, and that's it." But where we went on Saturday,
Mhm.
and this
Please
might
do
be on the
tell.
list. We went to this it's a goat restaurant. They do
Oh,
goat
oh,
barbecue.
Oh, is it the one that they bottle it in the jar for like 1,000 years?
No. So it's goat meat, but they put it on the skewers, and on the table they've got this. They give it you when you order the food. You get them on these metal skewers with like a gear, and you set them in the little spot, and it spins and it rotisserie
Sold.
cooks them in front of you.
Sold.
Yeah, and it's all goat, and it's legit good. So you get it. They put a little
Sold.
spice on it. Then they give you a like
I
sauce to
know
baste
exactly
it as
what spice you're
as it
talking
just
about too.
rotates and
Mhm.
cooks. And then you have like 5 different dash spices. I've literally got. Hold on, I'll have to show you like all the photos. I'll just show.
Oh
I'll
my
put the
goodness.
photos. You know what?
Put the
I'll
photos
put
on
the photos
Instagram.
on our IG, and that'll be the
Please,
best place.
why
So if you guys
not?
don't follow Hopped Up, stay Hopped Up on IG. We'll have
Yes.
or is it Hopped Up the podcast?
Stay hopped up.
Yeah, stay Hopped Up. It's Stay Hopped Up. I will
Yeah.
throw them on our IG because I actually did short videos from there too, and I'm going to put them on. I did
Put it
vertical
all
format
on
short
Insta.
videos for Stay Hopped Up.
Please put it all on it.
I'll put it all
Yeah,
on
like I know like Taiwan also has this like really traditional goat dish where they slow cook it in like a smoke room with old ash and these urns with the traditional alcohol and with different spices and stuff, and they slow cook it for like days. And then like
Really?
yeah, it was on the Netflix street food special,
Okay.
and it looks so good.
Yep. No, at Freedom, it is Xinjiang style goat skewers. Yes. It's like the Chinese style. Yep.
Sold.
Dude, it's so. I'm thinking
100%.
about taking Misaki there as
Oh,
one
you
of the
should.
options because it's right around the corner. And it was like their meat quality is like, it's not cheap, but their meat quality is
Mm,
like
mm, mm, mm.
absolutely flawless. And dude, we just crushing it. We went with one of her friends there. There's just three of us, and we just like just order, just kept them coming. Oh my god! And they have like a cumin spice that they use. Yeah, Stu knows what's up. The beef is legit too. They have like their
Oh
even the
yeah.
beef they have there is really good. So
Mm,
it's like a Xinjiang
mm.
China, like a Western Chinese flavor. So you get like that Western Chinese getting into the Middle Eastern
Yes.
flavor mix. Oh, it's
Dude, I
such a
love that
good
Western
mix.
Chinese food. That Western Chinese food is so good. Xinjiang,
Misaki loves
Tibet.
his
Oh
meat.
my God.
And I don't want to do beef because you got Kobe, but the goat, this might be the winner for Misaki. What do you
Oh yeah.
think?
I think so.
All right.
Might have to check with him. Like, what is his preference for goat or lamb though?
Yeah, he might be. Well, actually, the producer doesn't like it, but the goat they serve here, the lamb, like the goat, not gamey at all. Like it's
Really?
no, yeah. Like it's, I don't know what they do to it. I don't know how they get it.
Mm,
It has no gamey. Period. It
really?
just, yeah, it's good.
But I do like me some gamey goat. Anyways,
The
the
goat
goat
eating
eating
goat.
goat.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, that's right. The
Stu with the
goat eating
puns, man.
goat. That's
So
right.
anyway, that's what I've done. I will put that
Nice.
on the Hopped Up IG. So if you guys are not on following us there on Hopped Up,
Yes,
then you
please follow us
definitely
there.
should.
Yes. Yeah, so I went camping this past weekend, like I told you guys
Oh,
earlier.
was
Really
it
good.
intense?
Really good. It was all right. I experienced the downfall of working out too much.
What would
So
that be? What's
I
the
I could
downfall of working out too much?
so here's the downfall. I can't sleep on my back just normally anyways. I just cannot. So because you do leg day, you get an ass.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Oh yeah,
matter
yeah,
you're a
yeah. I'm
man or
like,
a woman.
bro. Like it's
You
like
get an
my
ass.
back does this, and then it goes out, and then it keeps
Yep.
going.
So the tents that we had, they had a nice tatami on the bottom, on the base, but it was hard, right, bro? Let me tell you, I my back was arched like this the whole time.
Too many leg days. I did leg
So
day today, by the way.
like my
I
lower back was in I just could not do it. I couldn't sleep on my side because look at the shoulders.
Yep.
My head couldn't even touch the ground. I couldn't sleep with an arm up because it just
Dude, you
that
got to go
doesn't work.
face down.
So then I tried face down. Then I have the same problem on
Oh,
this side.
chest.
Then it became the problem on
Face
the front.
down,
I was like,
up.
I
That's
just
the way
couldn't
we.
do
Wait,
it.
I don't want to. That's an old song. Never mind.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
That's
God.
yeah. Freedom 760. Yeah, stay hopped up on IG. Yes, we did make a Insta for the podcast because we talk about this all the time,
I
and we
know,
wanted to show, and you guys wanted to see it. So yeah,
dude.
so I couldn't sleep, but it was, you know what, it was okay. It was a beautiful night. There was no clouds. The stars was out. It was great. And the Japanese camping here, you can either do glam. It's like a campsite. You can do glamping, or
Clamping.
there's actual just open lots with nothing on it that you can pitch your own tent, or you can go something that we did, which is like us us there with pre set up tents with a flat ground, and it got tatami on it, so it's like got some like some I would say some flooring on it, and it was okay. I couldn't sleep. Next day we went to go play airsoft. That's kind of what I did over the weekend. I put that on my Insta. It was our friend Ryan's birthday. My co-host on the channel, Ryan Sensei, it was his birthday. So
Oh, really?
we did it up, and it was a good time. Good times were had. And so this weekend, goodness, this weekend I'm trying to kind of play it chill. Sunday we're going for another airsoft game. in an abandoned love hotel.
Huh?
Yes, it's called Feeling of Peach. If
I'm
you want
out.
to,
I'm
if
out.
you want to if you want to preview it, you can go to the channel. It was the most recent gameplay with my colleague Shinya. He was doing Shinya things, so he's kicking butt and taking
So
names.
you're in an abandoned love motel
Yes,
called The Feeling of Peach.
it's called Feeling of Peach.
Feeling of Peach.
Feeling of Peach. Oh yes. Who's Peach? Don't know.
Is it a Mario theme?
I don't know. Maybe
Is
it's
she in another castle? She's apparently in another castle now.
all the
Now.
time.
I'm sorry, Mario. Your princess is in another love motel.
Yeah, exactly. With another guy called Bowser.
Yeah,
Anyways, neither here nor there. But
Bowser's
yeah, but I do want to get one more trip
Bowser,
into
aka
Kyoto.
Chad.
I want to get one more trip into Kyoto before the tourists come back. So I'm probably gonna try to find a day to do that. Yeah.
Cool. And then 1 month ish.
Yeah, 1 month ish,
So-
then all you guys will be back, and then there's no.
I'm glad.
rest
I'm glad the
at
chat
all.
got the jokes, man. We're
Yeah.
our terrible, terrible jokes.
Yeah.
God, it's like 1 month away, and I'm gonna come see you guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. It's getting there, getting close.
Lu-
Yeah, it's,
Luigi, I don't even want to. This chat's getting off. Like I'm starting to think. I'm like, what? How, like the jokes. Never mind. I'm not even gonna talk. Like just
No,
yeah. No.
no.
Nope. Can't touch
She's
it.
in-
Can't do it.
She's in another castle, guys.
Yeah.
Mario is in Call of Duty,
Yeah,
running
Mario is in
that
Call of Duty. Yes.
strange
Oh my god.
Chris Vector. Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
Oh
Craziness.
man. So pretty good show. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I always love our show because always towards the end, it's
It
just
always
chaos.
gets just
It's always
derailed.
chaos.
Like
Yeah.
for me, like because I always work out like right before the shows. Like my pre-workout starts wearing off slowly. I slip
Mhm.
into a little delusion. So
Yes. Yes. I usually, yeah, I do the same thing on Mondays. I usually finish my workout at like 7:30-ish, something like that. So it's about an hour for me. Today was a little bit earlier because, leg versus metal pipe, I lost.
You
So
lost.
yeah, no running today. So I'm getting back on the cardio tomorrow. So tomorrow will be my usual time, which is about an hour and 15, 20 so during the week. Saturdays is my long days, is about 2.5 hours, maybe 3, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, so I usually get back at around 7:45, finish dinner 8 o'clock my time. So now that I moved here, we don't do this until 10 o'clock my time. So
yeah, it's super late
it
for
is
you.
what it is.
Like it's
okay. I
midnight
mean,
now.
I usually don't sleep till around this time, anyways, or a little bit past this time, anyways. So
Yeah,
it
I'm
doesn't
usually a
bother me.
midnight to 1 guy. That's
Yeah,
like usually.
me too. That's about my average, about like midnight to 1. These last couple weeks, I've been so tired though. Like I couldn't make it past 12:15, 12:20.
Yeah.
Try to stay up a little bit to try to put in a call with the producer, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. Stu says don't use black lights in the Love Motel game. I wonder if night vision will give you the same. It's
Oh,
IR.
probably worse.
Probably worse. Yeah, you're probably like that. Plus using like an IR light. Ugh.
Yeah, that'll be worse. It'll
Be like
so much
like playing in a
worse.
like playing airsoft in a Jackson
again,
in a
hey,
Jackson
it is
Pollock painting. Oh,
It is.
God.
It is a Japanese love motel, so it's clean.
Yeah, it's clean. Dirty but clean.
Yes, that's right.
So anyway, and on that note,
Dirty but clean. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us
Thank
again
you.
on another lovely Monday.
we appreciate having you here, joining our debauchery
Yes, way to start the week.
always. So
Yes.
enjoy your Monday morning or Monday evening, whichever it may be, for wherever you are. Always thank you
Yes.
for being here live, or if you're watching later, we appreciate that too.
Yes.
So,
Love you guys, and we'll see you all on next week.
Yep.
Same bad show, same bad time.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
Don't forget to hit us up on IG. I'm going to show you
that's
some
right,
rotating
that's right.
goat. So not
Yeah.
screaming goat, rotating goat. So
Yeah. So if you guys haven't done so yet, follow us on IG. Stay hopped.
Yeah.
All right. Until next week, guys.
stay hopped up.